We're finally halfway through 2025, and well, it's time I do my mid-year recap on what I'm using for planning mostly and journaling. It's basically the same I've been using since the beginning of the year, my everything journal and my bullet journal. Current bullet journal, it takes over this one, and at the end of the year I'm going to label them, the first half of the year, the second half of the year, and I am definitely archiving these ones. Next, this is a new addition to this year's lineup. At the beginning of the year, I did not have a Hobonichi Weeks, nor did I have plans of buying a Hobonichi Weeks. But then Hobonichi released this cover design for that is, this is their April release, and I fell in love. This truly spoke to the collector in me, and I thought, love it. I love the artwork. I love that it came with this showing the full piece they have at the museum. Which museum? The Tokyo National Museum. This is where they have it, and this particular piece is the one they included in the cover. I am particularly fond of these kind of covers, and I usually use them at, like this, because I like the texture, I like the feeling of them. But this is very white, very, very white. So I knew it was going to get very dirty, so I decided to add the cover on cover. But no regrets. I am absolutely smitten by this design, and it really worked, because before I was doing my weeklies in my bullet journal. I was doing my weeklies in my bullet journal. This really works. I like this, messy notes, all of that, having lots of space. But I thought, besides really liking this art, having this saves me the time of doing my weeklies in my bullet journal. So, and it has really worked out. I have used this constantly. This stays open on my desk, and it has become the perfect companion to my bullet journal. This is where I write down everything I want to see happen during any given week, and over here I just focus on my dailies. And yeah, this is a beautiful addition to my collection of Hobonichi Weeks. I'm missing one. Wait, here it is. Two of them actually. So these are the previous 2 years, and then these two are from 2023. Anyway, so very happy with my Hobonichi Weeks. Bullet journal, Hobonichi Weeks, and of course, last but certainly not least, my everything journal / commonplace book. This is going to be volume 8. I started this one exactly on June 1st, so basically the same time I started this bullet journal, and it is taking over my previous everything journal. This is the Harry Potter edition. This is winter, this is spring, so January, February. Oh, not really. January, February, March, April, May. And this is going to be June, July, and maybe August, depending on how much I write in this notebook. I usually decorate my covers with a postcard or a picture. With this one, I didn't do it because, I got this cover because I like Harry Potter. It really spoke to my inner teenager, so I left it as it is. For this one, I haven't found something that I like. because it's a soft cover, and I realized that soft covers, I prefer something like this that goes that covers the whole thing. So where is it? I bought recently a book by Jaime Sabines. I'm obsessed with his poems, and this is a collection of his poems, and this is the cover of the book, you know, the extra cover. And I'm thinking of using this, but still debating. I'm still trying to figure out what I want. For these ones, I use this double-sided tape because it really keeps everything in place. But also, if I want to remove something, I can do it without damaging the cover. And I have done it in the past. I have been able to remove postcards and pictures, and it doesn't damage the cover. So I'm not super worried or concerned about having, you know, a perfect designer cover. I just look for something that speaks to me, and sometimes I decide it doesn't work for me anymore, and then I take it off and I add something else. Doesn't really matter. I mean, the whole point of these notebooks is to be very experimental and playful. So I'm having fun with this notebook. I am already 30 pages in. These ones had great paper quality, so I was able to play a lot with mixed media. I was able to play a lot with gouache and watercolor and color pencils and pastels. Yeah, I just loved everything about this paper. Coincidentally, around the same time I worked with this notebook, I bought a new set of watercolors, so I went nuts playing with my watercolors in this notebook. This is my current everything journal. This one has lined paper. I have been getting into the habit of starting my everything journals with a poem. This one is by Jaime Sabines, so the same one from this cover. Over here is the pages I leave for my index, and this paper is not great for mixed media. I see it as a challenge. I adapt the media I use with the kind of paper I have, and I always get interesting results, and I like seeing how my creative expression adapts to the kind of paper I have and the kind of media I can use. These are my notebooks for the second half of the year. This was winter, spring, summer, and the fourth one is going to be fall. So I will keep you updated on my everything journals, and I think that's it. Oh, I almost forgot this one. Okay, I did get this one at the beginning of the year. This is a Hobonichi A6. In the past, I have used this kind of Hobonichi as an illustrated journal. It's such a fun practice, and I missed it. I think I skipped 2 years. And then this year, I decided to go back into this habit because it's so much fun going through the pages. My kid loves my illustrated journals. This is when we went to see Lilo and Stitch, the live-action movie. Over here, this is when I watched again Princess Mononoke. This was a little family field trip. And I add some lines, you know, to remember what happened each day. Here in Mexico, we celebrate Children's Day or Kids Day on April 30th, and it's always so much fun because every single school they have special activities and games and shows for the kids, and they have so much fun. So my kid was very excited about the day, and that's what I drew over here. When I don't know what to draw, sometimes I just do our home, but you know, it doesn't look like this. I just play with the image of our home. For example, again, this is our home, and here is green, this is purple, different number of windows, and I don't know, I just like to play with the image of our home, or with how I portray our home. This is when I finished the book The Vegetarian. I have been obsessed with Han Kang. She's a Korean writer. She's a Nobel Prize winner in literature in 2024. I have read so far 2 of her books, and I'm on my 3rd, and they are all wonderful. I just love the way she writes. This is when I finished another book by Han Kang. Oh my god, I fell in love with this one. It's so beautiful. Such a beautiful story. So this is the first book I read by her, and the second one was The Vegetarian. My kid loves going through these pages. He loves seeing how I draw him or how I draw myself. I usually reserve the weekends to go through my notes in my bullet journal of the things that happened during the week, and then I decide which ones I draw. Some pages I may decide to leave them blank. Some pages I'm going to add pictures if I have pictures, and that's it. This is a Sojourner cover. Some honorable mentions. I mentioned I like to draw, so I have several sketchbooks. I work with several sketchbooks. It really depends on what kind of drawing I want to do to decide which sketchbook and which size I work with. This one is finished. This is a Mexican brand, Mr. Rouge. I am obsessed with this one. And this is a Gillen leather, Tomoe River paper. This one I use it for watercolors mostly because I like how it feels on this kind of paper. So these are 2 of my sketchbooks, but I work with several sketchbooks and I just take my time. I also mentioned that I like to take many online courses, so I do take notes. This is another Mexican brand, Raramic, and the covers are by Cuentos Castrosos. If I can find them online, I will link them in the description below. The thing is, all of the notebooks I have that are made in Mexico, I buy them at my local bookstores. So I know that Mr. Rouge, I can get it on Amazon Mexico. I'm not sure outside of Mexico if it can, if you can find it, but I will add the link in the description below. So Mr. Rouge, La Libreteria, this one was a gift, but I also, I mean, they sell these notebooks at my local bookstores. And these ones, I just love the artwork on these notebooks. So this one, I'm obsessed with this one, the little mouse with the typewriter. And the name of the typewriter is Mercedes. That was the name of Gabriel Garcia Marquez's wife. So I wonder if, I'm inclined to think it was intentional. And it says, once again, the universe is about to start, or the universe is about to begin. I just love this. And you can tell this is watercolor, so love it. And this one with the whale and the tea kettle and these things so the fish can have, he has a cup of tea. I just love these illustrations. And this one says, we only have this very small moment, or this fraction of a moment. The paper in these ones they're all the same, blank paper, but it is kind of like the same tone you find in Moleskine. And these are for my notes. Absolutely love this. And my last honorable mention, of course, goes to my pocket notebooks. I have these laying around my home everywhere. My night table. I have several of these on my desk. This is where I write quick notes regarding my job and my work. Sometimes I do my to-do lists or my shopping lists. I always have pocket notebooks with me in case I need to write down anything or draw or sketch, whatever I may need. You know, pocket notebooks are your best friend. I work with several brands. These are Field Notes, Moleskine. These ones are great. I got them in Amazon. They came in a pack of, I think it was more than 10, and it was very affordable. I just always have some of these in my purse for notes, and I 100% recommend anyone having always pocket notebooks at hand for, you know, to catch your thoughts, your ideas, your reflections, your anything. Super useful. And these pocket notebooks, I can't say, you know, they have a beginning day and end date, because I use them as needed, when I need them, and that can be anytime. The purpose of these notebooks is just to have, you know, a piece of paper at hand to write down something I may need to write down, anything. Because sometimes I don't always have my bigger notebooks with me, but I always have some kind of pocket notebook with me. So that's it for today. So I hope this video is not too long. I hope you found it useful. Any comments, ideas, recommendations, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next one.